What's up, guys? Blackout and Whiteout here, bringing you episode 2 of Alice and Zouroku on Blast. As you can tell, this will be about episode 2, so if you haven't watched and you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch, but if you've already watched or you don't care if you're spoiled, come on in and watch and listen to us, I guess. But how you doing, Whiteout?
Man, I'm doing great because I seen Your Name over the weekend and it destroyed my heart and of what anime should be. And I said that I need something to fill this gap, right? I was
Yeah.
like saying we need something. I needed a new anime and this is it. I mean, it fills the void that Your Name left in me. So I'm super, super happy. So, how about you?
I'm hanging in there. Definitely can't wait to go to sleep. But anyways, um, uh, this week was from the get go. I was kind of disappointed. It was only a 23-minute episode. I mean, I think episode 1 definitely spoiled us, being 40 minutes long. But I mean, I do have to
Yeah.
say, these 23 minutes were probably the best part of my day, in all honesty. Um, where do you want to start off?
All right. Um. So, I don't know. Do you want to start off from the beginning or start off at like our
Let's go to
favorite
our
part
favorite
or
parts.
what?
What was your favorite part?
Okay. So, definitely, the part that stuck with me the most was when the granddaughter came home and was making pancakes for Sana. Because we have Sana, and Sane. When Sanai, yeah, when Sanai was making pancakes for Sana, and it was just adorable to see Sana go through all her little like oh look at this over here and her like mood her swings of like really hyperness to like exploring the house to even like when she was playing with the creaks and the stairs that I mean everything. And then we had the whole when she started getting serious about her time at the research facility, and when Sanai came and like held her, and it was really beautiful, and I love that.
Yeah, I completely agree. Um, that this episode definitely it goes from one end of the spectrum, super energetic to a very dark side as well, because I mean we find out that Sana saw someone or something possibly get killed or at least get harmed, and that's why she left the research facility.
I would
I mean,
say
I would say
kill.
killed, but I mean Game of
Yeah,
Thrones logic. Unless you see the head, you know,
yeah,
never assume.
yeah. I definitely agree with the Game of Thrones logic on this one. We don't really know, but um, I do like with this. I know I drew a lot of comparisons. I've told you with the whole fly. Oh, that's another thing I should point out. The opening, man, the opening was great. I loved it. Did, what about you,
I
man?
loved the opening. It was really like joyful. I love the music. It was very. I'm trying to think of the word. Like jazzy almost. With
Yeah, so if the opening is any indication of what we're getting ourselves into, it definitely is going to be a feel-good anime. And like I said last week, that's what I wanted from the show. I do like how they're going to a darker place in the story at some points, but the overallness, it is definitely a picker-upper, I would say.
yeah, I mean every show can't be Sesame Street or Barney. Every show, even if it's happy-go-lucky, there has to be at least some aspect that plays with your emotions, so that way you just don't get bored of it. Now, I never got to.
Yeah, yeah.
I forgot to say, my favorite part. I think my favorite part was when Sana. See, is it? Because how I read the subtitles, it was like Sana E, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it translates to Sanai or
Sanai,
Sanai,
okay,
I believe.
Sanai. They were like jumping because obviously Sana was using her powers. At first they because they were gonna go get Zoroku, but for some reason they teleported and they were like free falling. And then eventually they ended up in Antarctica playing with penguins, and then an island looking at the ocean. I love that. That was so much fun just to see uh, Sana kind of exploring the world because she was at a research facility, so she didn't exactly get to uh, have that opportunity outside. And I liked how Sanai really, uh, I guess, dealt with that. I mean, because at first she freaked out and all that, but then they kept on doing it, and she slowly like, kind of came to her senses and was like, "Look, Sana, this is great and all, but we got to get home because Zoroku's gonna worry about us." And Sana's like, like almost that light bulb, like, "Oh, someone might miss me." So, yeah, I just like that sequence.
Yeah, I do. One of the things I do like is I like how in like almost innocent Sana is, where like she's been in this facility the entire time and she hasn't, just like you said, hasn't explored any of the world, and she's learning all about this world, and we get to see her genuine like reaction, you know, with the penguins, which I've never heard anyone any like I haven't never heard the Japanese word for penguins, so I was like, huh, I don't think I've ever seen a penguin in an anime before. It's weird, but I do. It's definitely a cutesy anime, and I don't know.
um,
Don't know where to go from there.
what was, I guess, your, since we already did favorite, what was your least favorite part, or did you even have one?
Honestly, dude, I don't know, man. The episode was just so good. It flew by, and I guess my if I had to pick a low point is when it starts to get serious, like when we see like the organization talking, like the
Oh, at the
main
very
bad
end.
guy of the anime. I guess I yeah, like when he gets on he's on the phone, and yeah,
Oh yeah,
you know, it's all
yeah,
just like any time he's on the screen, I'm just like, man, just
yeah,
go back to Sana
yeah.
being
Right.
cute.
Yeah. Um, it's. I mean, I think it's gonna pay off in the end with that organization and all that. Like, I feel we're gonna have like a big
Yeah,
battle, but I don't know if we need that. You know, let's just I just want.
no, we
I mean, at first, I loved Sana and Zoroku, like their, I guess, interactions, but now I just love Sana and Sanai's interactions as well. I just want that 24/7.
dude, I totally agree. Yeah,
Uh,
but one of the comparisons I was going to draw, which I told you this and when we watched it, that these guys or this studio did Flying Witch, which is a show that I really liked, which is just like it was just a cutesy show with um like it just like I wouldn't even say it really had a plot. It was just it was just people having fun, and they use a lot of the like the same clapping that they did in the opening. It was almost just like that in Flying Witch, and what was the other one? Oh, and one thing I do love when they do in the openings is when they match the like when the characters in the opening sing along to the song, like at the very end. I don't know how many times you watched it, but I watched it like 3 times.
Yeah.
So,
Um, I think I know what part you're talking about because she like was almost like looking in the mirror. Are you talking about that part? And she was singing. Ah, yes.
yep, that's the part.
Yeah, it's just small little details that drive some people crazy for a show, kind of like how we're doing, like how the show's doing to us. Um, Now, all right, so the one thing I don't like about this show, I do have to say, is that after the ending, there's more. Instead of giving us like a preview of the next episode, it gives us more of that episode. I mean, yeah, it
Yeah,
sets
I agree.
up what's gonna happen most likely in the next episode, but doesn't like give us like a preview. I don't know. It's just a small thing like that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Especially like this is not a this is one of the most solid seasons I've seen in a while. We have My Hero and Attack on Titan, which both shows have like a preview at the very end, and Alice is like I haven't seen too many people actually talk about the show, which is I guess
Yeah,
bad.
if it feels
I
like
wish
it
people
should
would.
get a lot more credit, I guess.
Yeah, it's like when people released Titanfall 2, or when the EA released Titanfall 2 with right between Call of Duty
Mm-hmm.
and Battlefield. It's like, oh, that's really rough time to release a game, but okay. I feel like this is where
Yeah,
Alice falls in. Even though it's an amazing show, and I gotta say, it is by far my
yeah.
favorite show of the season.
As of right now,
I'll say it
I'm
right now.
100% with you there. It's I'm I'm more excited to watch this than the other two shows right now. But yeah, crazy, right?
Dang.
I mean, we've been waiting so long for Attack on Titan, and uh, My Hero is doing a tournament arc. It's like how can something else top that?
Yeah, I mean, so is there anything that you wanted to really discuss in this? Uh,
I guess
really like
really the
dive
only
into
thing is
and
like how do you think we'll like all right what happened with Sunai's parents?
yeah, so that's one thing I wanted to talk about is we had a flashback that occurred accidentally when Sana was sleeping, and we see her like fake burying her own parents. So when Sana is going by her like past at the research facility, Sanai says like when she's holding Sana, she says, I hate how similar their names are. She says how they really are really similar. So I think there's more than what's on the surface, if you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
because she said that right after Sana talked about seeing someone get hurt. Uh, I'm kind of thinking that maybe Sanai was there when her parents either got hurt or killed. One of the two. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're dead because after all, she was making a grave for them. So, but you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Um, Now,
Hell, her dad could be the main
dude, and
villain of the
what
show.
if
Just like
I don't want to sound weird at all, but remember the magical chick who was chasing Sana in the first episode? She seemed older, didn't she? if I remember correctly.
I know the one that um I don't remember. I know the one who saved her was a
Like,
little
what if
older.
that's like her mom, and like mom and dad are like on two different sides now? Now that's way too convoluted and whatnot, but
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
we're making theories when there
nothing to
really we
go
have
on.
like
Yeah.
zero evidence.
Um,
Yeah.
anything else before we wrap on up?
Let's see. Solid opening, solid artwork, solid like music, solid ending. I mean, I just it's just an amazing show.
I 100% agree, and you need to definitely check it out if you have not. I mean, so far, if you're watching this, if you watched the first one and second episode of Alice and Zoroku on Blast, definitely go check it out if you haven't already. It is phenomenal, and you will not regret it one bit. But go check out some of our other videos. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We will be doing the show weekly until the end, which I hope is a long way away, but you never know. Um, and I guess that's it. So this is Black and White Out, signing out.